So we are on Alex's account here, another tune-up. We need to see where to go and what sea lands we need to progress in. We do have a lot of them already done. So we already have these 3 done. We have, whoa, wow, we actually have every sea land done. So we need to decide what to prioritize on this account now. We already have level 350. We've got a couple Transcendence heroes. We're in a good spot for PvP. The sad part is, of course, no Scarlet Queen. Scarlet Queen is what you're going to use for pushing things like Void Vortex. It's one of the best things you can have, but hey, oh wait, VIP 11 and no comeback radio done? I mean, he's got one more collaboration to go. Maybe he's going to share it with one of his other accounts when he wants to whale next time. That's actually a good strategy. But we do have a Delacium army, an E5 and E3. We got an Ithaca, not too bad. Let's check out artifacts and gear setups first. All right, we got an Asmo HP speed. I'm a fan of that. Speed, not necessarily, especially if you don't have this speed node here. I would probably just run him tankier. Speed HP is fine though for the time being. I would run him tankier. That's where I've had better luck with him. But again, each their own. You definitely got to get a different stone here. You need a speed attack if you're going to run an AMB on her. Speed attack, 1-3 gear split setup with the weapon. Yeah, you want to go with the weapon on her as well. Speed is good there. You know, one thing I didn't look at were the imprints. Damage reduction, armor break, block. If it was me, I would change the block over to control immunity, and the armor break, I would go to crit chance. And I would run a damage reduction, crit, control immunity build. That's what I typically like better for a lot of these heroes. But yeah, not too bad. Right here, same thing. We got block, holy damage, damage reduction. Again, for PvP, control immunity is absolutely huge. 35% is really, really big. And again, another one, I really like the crit chance on her, especially because neither of these heroes have too much crit chance built in. So it's nice to get that big 35% bump up. But yeah, good builds overall. Good build on the sword flash. Looking good on you right there. Uh-oh, we got another sub. Young Link, welcome, man. Welcome with that prime. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. We'll up the timer. There we go. But yeah, Russell's looking pretty solid. No void imprints. Smart move. Good idea. Smart thing to do. You do have an Ada, a thing of the past, but she can have some uses. That is a good build on her. I would probably do away with the damage reduction here and just go more of a glass cannon-y build, unless you've had some good experiences with that. I mean, heck, I'd probably even just run like an Echo of Death for the extra attack for more healing. Youngling says, your videos have helped me greatly. The least I could do. I appreciate that, man. Anybody that uses their free prime here is greatly appreciated. You could use it anywhere. But yeah, that's a pretty good build for like a Suicide Belrain. Ooh. I don't know if you meant to have that on. Maybe you're doing some PvE. You're probably doing PvE. You know what? I'll leave it. I'll swap it back for you. But yeah, pretty much an attack build with him. Speed healing effect, not optimal. Of course, both stones don't look good, but I imagine whale problems. Yeah, no dust. Welcome to the club. That's pretty much what it is. Hey, Barry, Ada is now off meta. If yes, should I swap her? I mean, you could just hold her for now because there's really no light heroes worth building right now, which is the really, really sad part. We do have a speed carry. Not too bad. Looks like you have her built for suicide as well. If that was the case, if you have her built for suicide, speed attack would be the better option for her as well. Ooh, wow, okay. You got a V2 carry. Interesting. All right. We do have another speed HP with energy. Yep, that one looks good. I like that one. V1 Amun Ra for speed. Okay, so you have an energy funnel going as well. Should I do 2 loops for Eloise now or save for later events? I would just, if you're in late game, save. You want to do full completed events. Should I void imprint only Transcendence or no? Whoever your most useful heroes are the most important. Yeah, a lot of these stones are just very suboptimal, but again, it's that struggle of, well, I got the speed, so I guess it's fine because we're limited on resources. So the Rogan is okay for now. Again, same thing. Good build. Probably want to run her with a 2-2 split gear, though. Of course, her healing is based off of her HP. You get more HP this way. Best way to run her. Looks good there. Yeah, I would contemplate running Vitality here, just so when she heals herself, she heals for extra and doesn't kind of break even. Delacium, yeah, it looks like you just got the Delacium army going. Ooh, V2 Sherlock. Speed HP, if you're doing speed HP, yes, you got the speed enables. I like it. Looks good to me. If you wanted to, you could do a 2-2 split gear, but for PvP, I kind of like full gear as well. Ooh, yes, Golden Spirit's an issue on this account as well. The ticks, speed with a Punisher. Yeah, that's fine. I would probably still run Lethal Fight Back for an extra layer. Any hero that you're running for damage, Lethal Fight Back is kind of a must in my opinion to punch through Unbending Will layers because that hit does count as a layer. So not bad. Ithaca, probably don't use her much in PvP anyway, so it's not really much to talk about. Then you have your supports, Heartwatcher, another Delacium. You're working on another Russell project. Yeah. Okay, so where to go from here? Well, the only real place for you to push, because I imagine Tower is done as well, is going to be Vortex right here. You're in Explorer. You've been hitting some down. What you need then is two things. You're already working on one of them, which, where was it? Who had it? This right here. You need to keep farming up Demon Bells because you're going to need 2 Demon Bells at Splendid. You can get away with 1 Radiant, 1 Splendid, but then you're gambling on the Splendid actually giving the extra energy. But you do have 1 Tix. You're going to need a 2nd Tix. So projects. You really should have Queen. I would be tempted if I were you, and if you're not liking Asmodel, to swap Asmodel into Queen when the update comes out. It's going to take 10 Soul Stones. You should have plenty. Yeah. Because you're going to want to run this lineup. You're going to want a Queen. You're going to want 2 Ignis. You're going to want 2 Ticks. And then another support like your Rogan. Or a carry. Or something like that. 2 Ticks are pretty much required. You do want to get this to Splendid on one of them. And then you can run just another artifact on the other Ticks. So, yeah. I mean, that's literally what you need to focus on here is getting ready for Vortex. Did you have any other questions though specifically? Because you have every other part of the game on lockdown. I imagine you're doing fine here. You even have an egg to open. Cool. You got the trifecta, which is important. What are you doing here? 2000, I mean, yeah, unless you have a lot of void imprints, you're not going to compete that well there. Yeah, I mean, you're really, really solid. As far as a PvP team goes, I wouldn't really prioritize building any specific hero for PvP. You're kind of more towards the PvE side of things with some PvP heroes, which is fine. But yeah, I mean, I would highly consider doing the swap and building a Queen if you have the copies. Yeah, you got the copies. You do have to build the Queen from scratch, though, which is the bad thing. Because when you do quote-unquote swap for the Asmodel, you are going to get an E5 Asmodel back, and you're going to get a Queen, Pelora Queen copy, the 1 copy you need to make the hero, which means you would then have to find a way to build the Queen up from scratch, and of course, resources are extremely, extremely tight, but I would probably pick that as my option. You could always wait to see what Jara does, but if you do want to push the Vortex, it's kind of the only option. Build a 2nd Tix, get at least a 10-star Ignis as well, and the Queen, work on upgrading the Punisher, work on getting more Demon Bells, and that's going to be the solution to this. I think that's it. Am I missing anything? You got your PvE team all set. You got a Drake. You got everything you need. But yeah, what is the, hey, Fish Mixin', what is that Battle Right logo? That is pretty cool. What is that from? I like that logo. That's really awesome. But yeah, I mean, if you come across more copies, that'll be fine. I don't know if the Russell's really worth it, to be honest. The second Russell, it's up to you. More Rogans, maybe. The Amon Ra. I mean, it's just kind of up to you. So hopefully it helped you out. Let me know if you have any other questions. And yeah, good luck in the Vortex.
How careless we could be.